Hey, what's up you guys? This is Rob, and we're going to be opening up a package that I got from WakuWakuMono.com. It's a importing site that pretty much just gets anything you want from Japanese websites, including like the Amazon.jp and I believe Mercari if it's only Japanese exclusive, only specific things that you can only get in certain parts of Japan. So what pretty much it is this, you just pay the guy the amount it is on how much it is on either Amazon or whatever website you're using, and then he'll charge you pretty much a base fee, and then you just pay for shipping, and he'll just ship everything to you internationally. I know there's some people who have a hard time buying certain things from Japanese websites if they don't offer the international international shipping. So I usually use Waku just because he's reliable, he communicates really fast when he can, but I really love his website. I've used his website for almost 3 years, and every time I've ordered it's always been usually a good experience, a 5-star experience. But most of the time I get Japanese CDs because that's just pretty much what I'm into nowadays. I just love music, and I love specifically J-pop, J-rock, and everything that has to do with anime openings and video game songs and stuff like that. So this is what I got at least a couple months ago. The package actually came I think about 3 or 4 months ago. It just took me a while to open it. Just wanted to make sure that nothing was really compromised when opening it. As you can see right here, I'm checking out the newspaper just because the guy who ships it, he usually ships it in recycled newspaper, and I always find it kind of interesting to see the news that's in Japan, like maybe if it's advertising a new movie, or maybe it's showing classifieds, or some type of advertisement. It's always cool to look at stuff like that. But yeah, this is some stuff that I got. Some of them are from, I believe, anime Netflix series. Some of them are from rhythm games, such as I believe the Taiko Drum arcade game and the Groove Coaster rhythm game. And I believe some of them here are also just your average Japanese bands. Some of them are Japanese indie bands that you've probably seen on YouTube getting recommended nowadays. But yeah, I was really looking for some new stuff to listen to, because it's really hard to find, especially new Japanese stuff. Some of the stuff that I'm going to be looking at here is kind of old school Japanese pop, and then some of it's going to be some indie Japanese rock bands that I've just found out about. So we're going to take a look here and see what I ordered. Personally, I kind of forgot what I ordered, so I actually had to go back and look at what the heck did I order. So alright, so then let me just get this set, and let me finish unwrapping all these, and then get my collection together, and then we'll basically do a little unboxing, show and tell of what I ordered from WakuWakuMono.com and all of the Japanese CDs that has come out in the past couple years. Okay, for this one it's going to be Gen Hoshino. This is his EP Koi. The main reason I got this one was just because I think I had saw the music video for his song Tokyo, which was a very well choreographed music video, and then I just kind of fell into this weird rabbit hole of Gen Hoshino's music, and Koi was one of his most popular songs that pretty much ever came out. As far as music videos go, it's a very nice choreographed music video that has him kind of on like a giant, I think if I remember, a Lazy Susan stage or something like that. And the main reason why I got it was I think I was playing the Taiko Drum game, and one of his songs were featured, and I believe it was Koi. So I really wanted to get this album. It's a very unique sounding album, and again, is probably one of the most influential Japanese pop artists you'll ever hear. Okay, and this next one, I actually found them from YouTube as well. This is Polka Dot Stingray. A lot of their music is featured in a lot of like Japanese indie band compilations, and I found one of their music videos just kind of on my recommended just because I listen to a lot of random indie pop stuff. So their band is really unique. It has a female singer. The album for this one, I think, only has one song that I was really interested in, but the other songs that they're most popular for are going to be considered MP3 singles. So if you're able to find MP3s of them, at least on sale, or if you're going to find them on Spotify, I highly recommend listening to them because their alternative sound is very unique compared to a lot of what you hear on pop radio, and I really recommend them if you're into the alternative Japanese pop sound. Okay, and this next one here is Porno Graffiti's Melissa. Now this song I heard from the Full Metal Alchemist opening. I think that was the first opening for Full Metal, if I remember correctly. But this was the first time that I was introduced to Porno Graffiti. A very unique band, a very influential Japanese rock band that, man, they've played so many different shows, they've made so many albums, and they've been on so many different animes, man. Like if you look at the most popular ones, like like Full Metal, and then I believe I have bought another Porno Graffiti album or single that was for My Hero Academia. So very great band. If you haven't heard them before, or if this is your first time hearing about them, highly recommend Porno Graffiti, and highly recommend Full Metal Alchemist and the sequel Brotherhood if you haven't seen either. Very great animes, a very great band. This next one here is, if I can pronounce it, I think I have it popped up here, Gesu no Kiwami Otomi. If I butcher that name, I'm very sorry. But this band, I heard them from YouTube, a very popular band that has a mix between kind of a jazz, trip hop, alternative, and just an all-around unique sound. Like the way they play specific instruments is very unique to me, and the way the choruses and how they sing really pop. They really bring something new to the table when it comes to Japanese rock. And their most popular song, I believe, was I'm gonna butcher the name, but I just remember it's their most popular music video, but it's like the Watashi song that features on YouTube a lot. But this band is really unique. I highly recommend this band if you want something different, if you want something new, if you're tired of listening to like the same kind of either metal influenced or just alternative rock influenced J-rock bands, then this band is your gateway. I mean, they've made so many songs, so many albums, and I think this is an EP that I needed to get because a lot of the albums that I've bought, specifically when I went to Japan, didn't feature some of the songs that they were well known for. I did get that one popular Watashi song, but this one here, I believe, has one song that wasn't featured on either that album, which was that kind of blackish looking album, and the other one that has to do with the Russian Apple doll looking album. I don't remember the name of that album, but as you can see here, they're signed by Unboard, which is, I guess, the record label, and that comes with a little advertisement and a sticker. But all around great band, very influential, very great. Their sound is completely different from anything I've ever heard in the Japanese rock scene. So if you're interested, I highly recommend them. A very orthodox sound, a bunch of talented musicians, and you will not regret listening to this band. Okay, this next one here is going to be the ending theme to the Netflix series High Score Girl. It's an anime basically featuring a coming-of-age tale of two kids playing arcade games. One's kind of like your average kid who just wants to play video games, and the other one is I guess what you would call like an upbringing or upper class person who just wants to play video games as well. A very great show, very great animation. The ending theme for it is kind of melancholy, kind of slow, very chill, and it's a very somber type of ending, but it's very cute and a nice send-off for the first season. There is a second season if you want to check it out. Haven't checked it out myself, but if you're interested in video games or classic games, then that's a great show to take a look at. There was a comic in the booklet. If you can figure out what it says, I would highly appreciate it if you could translate it for me. But yeah, that's the ending for High Score Girl. And this next one is here is Da Pump's USA. This is from the Japanese boy band Da Pump. When I heard them, they were from the music video that I saw on YouTube. Ironically enough, this song is a lot more patriotic than a lot of people give it credit for. But seeing the music video, it's a little bit dated because it is using, pretty much Fortnite dances, and the music is very high pitched, very electrified, very hyper, if I could describe it. And the music itself is, it's your typical kind of like Japanese boy band with a twist. I love the band members in this, or the boy members, however you would say it in a boy band. But in the music video, they're very, very charismatic. They dance around a lot. They do that weird Fortnite thing where they do the dabbing and the skipping and all this other stuff. But yeah, I heard them from, again, the Taiko drum game and the Wan Wan Party Groove Coaster that's on the Nintendo Switch. And then so far, from when USA was released, they have made a bunch of new songs. And I would really want you guys to go check out the music videos for them. The way they choreograph their dances are very cool. Even though this song is a bit dated, especially from the dancing, but they've come a long way as a boy band, and I couldn't recommend them enough. This is all I'm doing, is just recommending all of the people that you're going to see on screen. So go check them out. That's Da Pump. And here is my next album from the band Yorushika. I wanted to get the song that was, I believe, called Just a Sunny Day. I'm not going to bother with the Japanese wording of it, because I'm just going to end up butchering it and sound like a complete weeb. But I already am, so I mean, you kind of already can tell just by how many of the albums that I'm collecting here. But from this one, I actually heard from a YouTube channel called DX3, if I believe that's the YouTube channel. And on that channel, he pretty much produces a bunch of compilations or rankings of all the music videos popular in Japan at the moment, and then he'll give an all-time charting of every single music video that's popular in Japan. And I know on this album is the song that has just basically blown up all over Japan. And if you're looking for more of the cheerful, peaceful type of rock tunes that you're ever gonna find, this is gonna be the band for you. It's Yorushika. They're a very chill rock band, and I couldn't recommend them enough. Yorushika. And here is a guy who doesn't need really any introduction. Here is Yonezu Genshi. This is his album Lemon. A very popular song and one of the most viewed Japanese music videos as of 2020. It actually beat out Pikotaru's PPAP, which I never really thought that music video was actually gonna, leave at all, because it was a very funny meme at the time. But finally something serious came along and pretty much dominated the Japanese music charts. He's been pretty much everywhere on the Japanese music scene. His music has just been blowing up. It's been hitting charts, getting number ones, and I can see why. I mean, even this song is featured on Wan Wan Party's Groove Coaster that I did play. It's one of the most easier songs that you can play on that video game, but I couldn't recommend it enough. His music is very unique, very soft, very somber, and you can really chill with every song that he puts out. Anything that he puts out can become either something very very hard, very eccentric, and he's just a master of many genres and many types of tempos and how to make you feel different in every way. Here we're going to take a look at his other album. This is Bootleg, and on this one it features I think a song that he did for Hatsune Miku, which is Dune, and has one of the ending themes for My Hero Academia. I'm a really big fan of that anime and the music for it, especially with the openings and endings. They just really get you fired up, man. Like, especially if you're working out and you just have your headphones in, you just put in an anime opening, specifically an anime opening, and it puts you in the right mood. With this album, though, I really like about it is how minimalistic it is and how artsy the album artwork is. Especially if you look at Kenshi's music videos, they're very artistic. Some stuff that you can kind of see in the museum, and specifically with Japanese music videos, they're very artsy. They're very unique. They have a lot of creativity built into them, and some of them use different kind of animation. They use live action. They do a lot of different choreography, and especially if you're on YouTube a lot, where you just kind of binge all of the Japanese music videos all together, you can really appreciate the level of detail that goes into every music video, and especially every song that any Japanese pop artist produces. And especially what I love about Japanese CDs, and specifically this one, they come with these obi strips that are only exclusive to the CD that they're being produced by, and it's just to keep track of how many of these CDs are out there. But that's what I love about collecting specifically Japanese CDs, is they have such a unique characteristic, and the way they just become more collectible with the original obi strip inside the first publication of the album. Now here's another album. Here is Nursey Talk. This is a band that I found off of YouTube that actually got recommended to me. The main reason why I checked it out was because on the thumbnail for one of their music videos was one of the lead singers, which was a very cute girl, so obviously had to click. I was being a bit biased here, but yeah, Nursey Talk is a Japanese indie band that has a very kind of weird sound. It sounds very playful, it's very kiddish, but it's also very energetic as well. Like, you kind of get this weird euphoria when you start listening to the music. I do have to point out though that the lead singer's vocals are a little more high pitched. They're a lot more youngish, but that just, I think, comes with the territory when it comes to J-pop and J-rock, where female lead singers' high pitched voices are just the common norm in this type of music. But I feel like it works really well with this band. I would really recommend them if you haven't checked out Nursey Talk. I think they do have a few music videos up and available if you haven't seen them before. Mostly all these bands have music videos up, so go check them out if you haven't. Now on this obi strip that I'm about to show y'all, it has a comic on the back. I think it just features some of the band members. If y'all want to translate it, see what it says. It looks like a cute little comic, so I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, Nursey Talk, Polka Dot Stingray, great Japanese indie bands. I think those are the last ones that I'm going to be featured on this video. But go check them out. They have music videos up. I'll see if I can put a link in the description for some of the bands that have been featured on this video, just so that way y'all can check it out. And as you can see, I have a hard time putting that obi strip in. I had to take a lot of retakes for this video because some of the booklets kept getting stuck inside the CDs, but you'll always get little mistakes and mishaps when you're trying to film an unboxing video. Alright, and this next one here is from Eve. This is called Bunka. This album, I really wanted to get the song, if I butchered the name, I'm sorry, Dorama Tsurugi. It's a music video that I kind of got addicted to, just because the music video was really unique and it was very artsy, very sketchy. It is one of the most popular music videos to date. I think listing probably top 50, maybe top 100. but the music's really unique. And sorry, I was looking at the spine and got stuck on the plastic there. But yeah, it's a very artsy music video, especially with the character designs and how anatomically different each character looks. The music videos, especially from Eve, are very creative in the artwork that they produce, especially looking at the booklet and the CD. I just really love the black and white aesthetic where it's just very sketchy. It just kind of feels like a pencil drawing come to life. I would love to see like the behind the scenes of how they create certain music videos, and specifically the Japanese pop artists who create like these anime style music videos where they just go by frame, and especially in the music videos featured for this album, the characters contour very non-human like, to the point where it just kind of feels a little eerie. But that's what I love about is specifically this art style, is that it's kind of similar to like a manga where it's like Junji Ito, and maybe not as gory, but it is very, very beautiful. And I'll leave a link in the description just so y'all can check out the music video of which one I'm talking about for this specific album. And this next one here is gonna be Wild Side by Ali. I honestly don't know much about this specific artist. I just know the title track, which is from the Netflix anime Beastars. I didn't know what Beastars was at first. I just know that it got a lot of different compliments and complaints, like a lot of different pros and cons for this specific anime. But yeah, I wasn't really aware of it, as far as I know that it was a furry anime. And I think the mangaka for this anime is a furry himself. Watching the anime was kind of awkward because I didn't really know what to expect until after a couple episodes, where if you've seen the anime, you know how kind of racy it is, where it gets a little inappropriate, and I kind of feel weird watching it by myself. But the show, just like High Score Girl, the animation is kind of similar, where it uses this 3D type of cell shading anime style. But for the intro, it's kind of like this stop motion animation from Toho. The song is kind of this dark cabaret swing lounge type of tune that has this eerie element to it that makes you also want to dance. I've never heard of this artist before, but it just makes me want to check out more of his music. As for Beastars, if you're into this kind of drama shoujo anime with anthropomorphic animals, at least if you can get past the animals part, I would recommend it. I think it's a good show. Right here is a little advertisement for his tour. Obviously it's way past that date, but it's nice to have a little piece of history, when he did go on tour. And hopefully it was a fun show. Maybe I could find some clips of him live, and I'll also put that in the description along with the intro to Beastars as well from Toho Animation. And for the last album in my little care package is The Day by Porno Graffiti. This is the opening track to the first ever season of My Hero Academia. Going from Melissa from Fullmetal Alchemist to The Day from My Hero is a big testament of where Porno Graffiti is at. Again, they're just like, to me, one of the biggest bands in Japan that just produce songs upon songs especially for different animes, and they just deserve full credit for everything that they produce. I'll also leave in a link in the description for I think the music video and the opening from Funimation. And as you can see, I have a little problem kind of get this booklet out of the CD, but not much to say about this single in particular. It does have like a DVD promo for the song The Day, and as far as songs go, this is probably one of my favorite Porno Graffiti songs. In the booklet, it came with like 2 little advertisements for their live concerts and a little mini calendar that you can put in your wallet that I'll show in a little bit. Here's a little promo photo that you know, just that comes in the booklet and some of the liner notes for the song of the day. And just to see how far, you know, the band has come, they just put their music at least in the most popular anime. And I don't blame people for, you know, liking My Hero, just because it's a very unique show, has a lot of different characters that like anybody can just fall in love with. And yeah, it's just a great show. Here, I think, yeah, this is from 2016, some of their live shows, and it was like a little promo code there. Here's the little calendar that it came with. I think the calendar was cute. Too bad I couldn't use it at the time, since, you know, we're way past 2016. But yeah, very nice little collectible that I'm just going to keep into the CD and just, you know, just have it there. I mean, it's probably better than any Obi strip that you can get. But yeah, that was my care package, you guys. That was CDs that I got from wakuwakumono.com. Go check out the guy. He's not paying me, not a sponsor. Then again, I'm not even a big YouTuber anyway, but I just wanted to give a big shout out to the guy because he works really hard to get the packages together and putting them together, and I really appreciate the guy, and I just wanted to give him a big shout out. And again, if you're interested in getting anything from Japan, especially, I mean, it doesn't have to be CDs, it can be video games, it can be appliances, like maybe something small, just depending on what it is. Yeah, you can reach out to him. He'll give you a fee, see what he can do for you. Here's some of the collection now that I'm about to show, and if you guys want, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to show off any of my imported Japanese collection. If you guys have any favorite animes, openings, endings, any favorite rhythm game songs or video game songs, let me know in the comments what's your favorites, and recommend me some new stuff, because it's always cool to see what everybody else is listening to. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one whenever I make a new one. Thanks!